Hello there, this is Maker, and today I'm back with another Elden Ring Nightreign guide. Today's topic, how to choose your boss in the new Elden Ring Nightreign Deep of the Night mode. And this is going to be a quick one. First, I'm going to give you the main topic. Then a bonus tip that will still be useful regardless of if you want to do the first tip or not. But before we get into that, if you're not the type who likes to make things easier for yourself, or if you are a purist who wants to play the game the way it was intended, this topic is likely not for you. You may want to stick around for the second tip, but I'm sure you won't like the first one. That aside, let's get into it. With the introduction of the Deep of the Night mode in Nightreign, the devs decided to add more randomness to the mode by having the Night Lord be randomly chosen. This adds extra challenge, since you may have to face a boss you're not good against, or even the Everdark version of the boss instead of the normal version. Once you commence the expedition, you're supposed to be locked into the boss the game selects for you at random, right? Well, not exactly. First, once you get to the character selection screen, the boss you'll be facing appears up in the top left corner. If you're playing solo, there's a simple solution if you don't like what you see. That's to just close out the game. The game treats it as if you never launched the expedition. It doesn't penalize you. The game treats it so much like it never happened that it doesn't even show up in the results history. I have not been exploiting this. I got to rank 2 naturally, but I will likely use this going forward to skip Libra. I just don't enjoy the Libra fight. Other than that, I'll also be skipping the Everdark Gaping Jaw fight as well. The drawback of this is that it only works during solo play. And I do expect that this could get patched eventually, as it seems like something the devs overlooked or didn't program as intended, so take advantage of it while you can. If you find that too cheesy, or you normally play with others so a solo strategy doesn't help you any, here's a tip that maybe some of you know, but I'm guessing most don't. When you are on the character selection screen and you see the boss you are about to fight up in the left hand side, you can actually change the relic loadout to a preset loadout by pressing the button the screen indicates you should press next to all presets. On Xbox, this is Start. For example, I roll Libra, and I'm not feeling like quitting out, but I want to make this boss fight easier. I have a Duchess loadout preset that has 4 instances of Madness resistance, which will greatly decrease the effectiveness of Madness attacks against me. So I picked that, and even if that wasn't the active relic setup for Duchess, it becomes the active relic setup. I've only recently found out about this because previously there was no reason to be aware of it, as you picked the boss you were going to fight and set up your relics before you began. So because I've recently found out about this, I haven't set up many profiles yet. But I'm going to get deep into it eventually. It's going to become more and more important to be optimized the higher up you go in deep level. Just in case you don't know how to set a preset, on your screen is an example. Just complete the relic setup as you wish and just click the button associated with Save as Preset at the bottom of the screen. For Xbox, it is clicking on the right stick. You can save up to 100 presets, but I wouldn't recommend that many as it can make finding the right one a pain. So there you have it, 2 tips for the new Nightreign mode, Deep of the Night. Take advantage of the first one while you can, or if you're one of those people who doesn't like making progress easier, then don't. I'm Maker, and I'm releasing another video later this week on classic live-action movies that have a Dark Souls Elden Ring feel to them. Most have been attributed to having inspired Miyazaki, or inspired someone who inspired Miyazaki. One of the movies is a pretty obscure movie, and still inspired one of the most famous characters in manga. Another is a 1965 movie that I've never seen mentioned anywhere near the name Dark Souls or Elden Ring. Hell, it was a flop that made its star bitter towards Hollywood, but so much about it is Souls-like. Then next week, I'm returning with episode 4 of my Elden Ring Nightreign exploration guide. So stick around. I don't churn out content like those who just post unedited 35-minute runs every day, but I do get content out about once a week. And I appreciate you still listening if you're out there. Until next time, take care.